And here they are, your Wealth Warriors.
Good morning, everybody, or good afternoon or good evening, depending on where you're joining us from. It is morning for me here, and I think it's morning for these two guys as well. Again, it is your Wealth Warriors. You got three of us here in the house today. It is Thursday, where we hope that you're going to be drinking up the knowledge that we're going to be providing for you guys today. You've heard us talk a lot about different things over the last couple of weeks, some of the things about the program that we are promoting, some of the bonuses that we've been giving away. We're going to talk a little bit about that stuff today, but we're also just going to bring you guys some info and what we're doing in our businesses to help you guys get going with your business. But before we get started, I want to give you guys our house rules. If you guys are watching us live, make sure you drop us that hashtag live. If you're watching us on a replay, give us a hashtag replay. And as always, if you have any questions whatsoever, feel free to drop those questions in the comments. We'll be happy to answer them and show them up on the screen. And that includes those watching on the replay as well. Feel free to drop those comments and questions in there. We'll make sure that we get to them. Good morning. Good afternoon, guys. Tyler, Nathan, how you guys doing today?
Good. Doing awesome. Beautiful Thursday morning. Getting her done. Posting on social medias this morning quick, getting things rolling for the day. I know Nate's doing the same thing, so yeah, it's a good morning.
I'm still trying to catch up, man, from my vacation when I came to see you this weekend, man. What an epic freaking weekend, man.
Yeah, that was fun,
dinner we had, man, my mouth is still watering over that lamb dinner we had, man.
Yeah, that Greek restaurant was friggin' balling. That place was awesome.
Right? And then that fishing trip, dude, like that deep sea fishing, like I needed that. Like literally, You don't realize. Like I know you needed it too, but I really needed that fucking time away. And my phone. And the funny thing is, my phone died while we were on the boat because I was making all these TikToks, right? And I made grand while we were fishing. But the best thing was, I got to re-energize my body, man, because I was done with my content, right? Like I just did not have the motivation for TikTok anymore and stuff like that, right? And I felt like I was in a content slump, and that literally, dude, that brought me right back, man. I'm fucking good and gung ho. I'm back in the game. My mindset's back here. I want to produce as much content as I can go. Like that really energized me. Even though you tried killing me climbing that damn mountain.
I heard about that. I heard a little bit about this mountain climb.
I went up it yesterday.
I was not prepared.
I did it in 27 minutes yesterday, straight up, and I was filming along the way too, so it can be done.
I'm not saying it can't be done. I just was not prepared for that. I can really tell I'm out of shape.
You know, it's funny that you talk about that a little bit, Nathan, and the fact that you kind of get tired of creating content sometimes, and this is part of it. We sit here, and a big part of what we do in affiliate marketing is create content. Whether it's a post on Facebook or whether it's a video on TikTok or, even a video for Instagram or Reels or something like that, we're constantly trying to figure out how to create content, and it weighs on our mind a lot. And I know for a lot of our users out there watching us, maybe beginners, they're going through the same thing. It's tough. I know for me, when we first got started for 6 months straight, I was doing 4 videos a day. And after I got done with that, I really went into that whole, all right, I'm done. I'm burnt out sort of thing with the short form content, especially, But what I've learned in the last few months is instead of looking at it as, we got to create content, it's, be the content, Don't try to necessarily think about, oh, what can I create or what can I shoot or what kind of video can I replicate, things like that. Just do you. Be you and take videos. A lot of times I talk with our clients, our students about, what? Instead of taking photos every time you go out on a trip with your family or whatever, just get used to taking videos. And that's what we've become. That's what we do anymore. I don't use a camera to take stills anymore. It's always videos, and I even have our 8-year-old, she's out there with us on the beach and stuff like that. She'll grab my phone or Megan's phone, and hit the record button and just record us doing stuff. Be the content, that's the thing. Record what you normally are doing. Record your life. That's what people want to see. And then you can turn that into all kinds of content, right? We can turn that into anything if we've got that video. But if we just keep taking stills of our life, then we're in that position of, well, shoot, I got to create content. I have to record something, But if I guarantee, if you get into the position of always recording what you do in your life and your lifestyle, you will never run out of content, and you will get out of that mindset of, man, I got to create content yet again today. It's all right there waiting for you. All you got to do is cut it down to a few seconds and throw some words on it, and boom, there you go. You got your content, right, guys?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, stills is out, video is in, and stills are boring in the first place anyway. You know, I mean, they were great, 5-10 years ago. Get a couple still shots, take a shot of whatever you're doing out there. But really, there's very little context into what you're doing in a still shot anyway. And, like for those that are wanting to document their journeys, document their lifestyles, document for their families, for their kids, all that kind of thing. I mean, taking video is where it's at, right? You're getting more context, you're getting more, out of it, having a video. And then you're absolutely right. The amount of content that you can create, even from just one, 10 or 15 second clip, you can create multiple pieces of content with just that one clip. And, it makes it so much easier for you guys to be able to post content, create content, and not necessarily have to think so much about what you're doing. Just, pick up the camera and I mean, it doesn't have to be anything crazy. You can be on a boat, you can be walking down the beach, you can be at dinner, you can be out with friends, you can, and just film yourself for 10 quick seconds, give a little smolder to the camera, as we like to say to Nathan.
Well, that was like me on the boat the other day, dude. Like when we were on the boat, even though my phone died, I still popped off freaking 20 TikToks in that 15, 20 minutes. I made 20 freaking videos, right?
Yeah.
And it was just quick. Now I still have to edit some of those videos and stuff, but it was just quick content because I was in the mood. I was feeling good, right? I had that energy, right? And that's when I find the best time to create content, right? Because it comes off, right? People get attracted to that too, right? That's why I do batch create, and that's why I always suggest to do it when you're feeling your best, when you're in a good mood, when you have a win. The best time to do that is when you're feeling good, not when you're stressed out, not when you're tied down to a bunch of things and you're confused or shit like that. You still got to do it, but in order to batch create and you want to bring out that positive energy, do it when you feel good. When sometimes people, they feel great when they just have their morning coffee. Go outside and make a bunch of TikToks having your coffee, right? 'Cause I love my coffee. I know that. It makes me feel good in the morning, right? You guys, just do content. Just be the content, like freaking Ryan says, right?
Yeah.
I'm starting to produce more stuff with my family, more stuff to do with like just my lifestyle, right? And that stuff is starting to resonate a lot more with my audience compared to pointing here, pointing there, right? Like it does. That's old school, right? The pointing and stuff. It works, right? It does work. It's a good way to get attraction. I do a lot of it myself, but I'm starting to do the more talking, the more bring people into my lifestyle, because like we talked before in one of our other shows, right? We're social media. We're here to not only help educate, but we're here to entertain at the same time, right? People want to see our lifestyles, right? You want to build that like, know, and trust factor with your audience, right? In order to do that, you got to tell your story.
Yep.
Yep,
100%.
big time. I think it was Brad Lee, which for those of you that don't know that name, that's a big one for me that I really look to for inspiration and kind of mindset stuff. And he said it best: document, don't create. And that's exactly what we're talking about here, is just document your life, document your lifestyle, what you do, and then turn that into content. He gave a great story one time of, he's big into this industry. He does a lot of different things, and he actually has somebody that basically, he's got a videographer that follows him around and does videos of him.
I wish.
And he told a story one time of, he's got this videographer that shows up at the right time when he was supposed to show up, but Brad was busy. He was doing this, he was doing that. He's got a lot of shaking and moving going on in his business, right? And so he's like, all right, dude, give me 5 minutes or whatever. And he's on the phone, and the guy comes back in, videographer comes in, it's time to do content, that sort of thing. He's like, dude, I can't do it. I can't do it. I'm in the middle of this conversation, or I'm talking with these people. I'm, again, moving and shaking, doing business things, right? And then after several times of the guy interrupting me and trying to, saying, hey, it's time to create content, Bradley was just like, fucking turn the camera on. Just turn the camera on. I'm doing it right now, And so that's when you got to the point where you just document things. You document, you record what it is that you do, and that turns into your content. And I think so many of us, and I'm guilty of this. I mean, I know when I first got started and still even just a few months ago, I was like, gosh dang, I don't know what to create. And so many of us as affiliate marketers and, influencers in this industry and in this business, they struggle so much with creating content. And it's such a burden sometimes of trying to figure out what to do. And the answer really is simple. Now, I know Tyler and I, we just talked about this the other day on the broadcast when we were on, it's not natural for some of us to be out in public and just, grab that phone and throw it up there and hit the record button, no matter where we're at, the grocery store or standing in line, somewhere, or just driving down the road. A lot of us have problems with doing that. But that's something that you just kind of get used to as you get going through this. And especially, when you start to see success and you start to see commissions rolling in because you've changed your lifestyle, then you get to the point where you're like, F it. I don't really care what other people think. They're not paying my bills. I know Nathan feels this way. I've seen him pull up that phone and he does recordings everywhere he goes, any time of day. It doesn't matter who's around, and that's the type of mindset that you get into. And that will help you so much in creating that content so that it's not a burden. It's not a job. It is more of, it's just your lifestyle and you're documenting what you're doing. And people love that, man. They want to see that. They want to see what you're doing and how you're being successful. So, for any of you guys out there that are struggling on what kind of content to create, just kind of remember that. Document. Don't create. All right? Just record yourself just be you.
Another thing I want to point out, sorry, I just want to point this out real quick that I've even noticed, guys, you do not have to pump out as much, like shitloads of content every day. I've been realizing, I've been testing it with my own TikTok itself. 1-2 videos a day is plenty on TikTok right now, right? You do not need to pump out 5 fucking videos a day and do that. If your content has a good message in it, that's all that matters, right?
Yep.
Focus on these 2 good videos a day, 1 in the morning, 1 in the afternoon, right before dinner. I usually recommend, right? Or before bed, right? Find out your audience, find out your thing. But I've been realizing, like, I used to be that person, that TikToker that pumped out 5, sometimes 8 videos a day, right? And that's a lot of work, right? And especially if you're working and stuff. And I used to tell people you have to do a minimum 3 videos a day. Yeah, well, that used to be TikTok, right? I've been realizing now I'm still getting amazing views on my content with only pumping out 1-2 videos a day, right?
Yep.
But that's consistently doing that, right?
Yep.
I'm consistently there. I'm still there. I'm still going lives here and there, right? But guys, content's king. It doesn't matter where you are, what platform you're on. Content is king. Now, your message is going to be the biggest thing, though, right? I'm just going to be straight with you. But like Ryan said, like Tyler said, and like you've seen me and Daniel ourselves, we're now doing this longer form content, right? We're starting to do longer form content like on Facebook and stuff like that, and do these longer form contents. And then we're sending those to our editors, right? Now, not everybody has editors, but me and Daniel are sending those to our editors. They're cutting them down into shorter spans. Now we can repurpose that content, just like Tyler was saying, right? That's a big thing. I just wanted to answer Kristen's question here. She says, so do you guys shoot video and then figure out what to write after? And I should start doing that? Yes, that's exactly what I do, Kristen. Yep. I literally, like I did on the boat, I made 20 freaking videos. And now, like this morning, it took me not even 10 minutes to put captions into one of those videos and post it, right? I didn't have to make the video. I just had to create it, right? It was literally... Actually, this video that I posted this morning was just me stuck in Vancouver traffic. Are you sick of sitting in traffic every day, right? Away from your loved ones, blah, 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 right? It was just a simple one. But while I made that video, I actually had my wife record that video for me while I was driving in Vancouver traffic, right, on the weekend. And I had her record, and I said, this is a perfect fucking, I already know what I'm going to write on this video. I just need it recorded. Here, can you record this, wife? And then when I came back to it, I already knew what I was doing because I already knew what that video was, what I had recorded it for. So it only took me a few seconds to write up, put up the things, and post that video, right? So I like batch creating because it helps me for long term. It saves time, I find too. But the best way I find, I was just talking to actually Shelly, one of our Wealth Warrior students, right? She's great. I've been talking to her this morning, right? She's like, Nate, how do you keep up? How do you keep up with comments? How do you keep up with all the videos? How do you keep up with everything you do? I just tried to explain to her. I literally set goals in the morning and I focus on me first, right? I focus on me and my business first. I answer everybody's questions and stuff, get that answered, and then I post my content, right? Yeah. I make sure my messaging and my emails and all that stuff's done first before I start actually talking to other people in my messenger. Only because if I start talking in messenger, sometimes those conversations will keep going, right? So I want to make sure my stuff that I need to get done for that day is done first before I get involved in my messenger, right? Now, when I get a VA, that's going to be a little bit different because she can handle it, right?
Yep.
But like, guys, that's what I love doing is batch creating because it's easier. Now, Kristen, I'm going to give you a huge tip here. What I do, I'll go scrolling through TikTok, right? And I'll hear like those viral sounds, or I'll see a video that does really well with a sound, right? I'll save all those sounds, right? I'll save every sound. You can go down and see a little sound button, click on the sound, and a screen will pop up and you can add it to your favorites. Every sound that I see or I use or that I have is already been used on TikTok pretty much, and it's either going viral or it's trending, starting to take off, right? I've been using those as my motivation. Even when I'm listening to the radio, driving the car, a certain song will click on the radio, and I'll think, oh, I can use a marketing tactic with that song, right? So I'll either take a screenshot or a recording of the song, right? Just so I know, so I can go back afterwards, play that song in one of my videos. Boom, I have a freaking marketing video, right? There's a bunch of ways you guys can market and use videos and sounds as your motivation, right? But for me, most of my motivation comes from sounds themselves, right?
Yeah,
like you see me on the boat. You see me on the boat, right? I just literally went through my favorites, played each sound that I had saved, and I just made a video for that sound, right?
Yeah.
It was like,
and
the nice thing about
the nice thing about batch creating like that too, and like just pulling out your phone, is that a lot of those videos that you're creating are like anywhere from 6 to 11 seconds. And if you can do that, all of a sudden you're going to have 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 drafts in your draft folder that you can pull from at any time, so that when you're like, I don't know what to create today, you just go into your drafts and you find a video that you like, and boom, you add some you add some text to it, and then all of a sudden you have a video. Because like, and we're not telling you guys to just create 6-second videos, and I've seen a few of our students out there that are doing that. They're creating 6-second videos and only 6-second videos, and yeah, that's part of it, and those videos do help, but really you need to create also like some talking content, and you need to provide some value and those kind of things. But those 6 to 11 second videos, if you're just out and about and you're just filming those and you're doing this and you have some cool sound, and maybe you don't have anything to post that day, maybe you don't have a value post that day, and you're like, I don't really know what to do, and I'm kind of in a content slump, that's when you get to go into your draft folder and be like, oh yeah, I've got all these like 6 to 11 second videos that are already in my drafts. They already have great sounds to them. All I have to do is add a bit of copywriting on there, and boom, I've got my video up for the day. And that really can help you to alleviate some of the stress of creating content. Like, I think I have like something like 60 odd drafts. Nathan's got 100 and some odd drafts. I'm sure Ryan's got quite a few drafts in his folder too. And it just helps to have those there for later. Like, it makes content creation so much easier. Yeah, 100 and whatever you got there.
So I used to have a lot of drafts in my folder, but I'm gonna give you guys a little bit of a tip here. When you get all the bugs and stuff with TikTok and some of these apps, you have to reinstall them, and anytime you do that, you lose your draft. So I've actually gotten to the point where I take my videos and they're all in my camera roll on my phone, so they're all backed up through the cloud and stuff like that. Because I've had the occasion where I've had to, like, TikTok was so buggy that I had to get rid of it. And I'm like, crap, I got a ton of drafts in there, and if I do this, I'm going to lose them. So, just a little tidbit there. But, again, it's all about coming up with batching that content so that when you wake up and first thing in the morning and you're rubbing the sleep out of your eyes and you're trying to figure out what you got to do, you don't have to sit here and think about, all right, when I get done with my coffee, I'll record some. All right, well, shoot, now I I got to go take care of business in the old John, so I'll do it after I get done with it. Oh, well, now I got to eat breakfast. And what happens is we keep pushing it further and further back, and then we, gets to the point of the day, we're like, crap, I don't even want to create it. So have that stuff batched, have it already created so that you can, boom, wake up first thing in the morning, boom, there's your first video. It's already done. You don't have to think about it. Lunchtime comes around. It's time to post another video. All right, well, I'm busy. I got to do some other stuff. Well, shoot, I've already got it. My drafts, boom, post it. I'm done with it. It's batching that content makes it so much easier for us to stay consistent. That's the big key. Staying consistent is really what drives your results. And these guys around me here, they're gonna back me up on this because consistency. If you will not be consistent with posting, if your goal is 2 a day, you got to stick with that. If it's 3 a day, stick with that. But you have to be consistent. And if you don't, like, oh, well, I'll do 1 or 2 today. And then we'll shoot tomorrow. You get all busy, yard work, kids, whatever it is that life brings to you. And you're, that's okay. I'll just do it tomorrow. That's not consistent. You have to do it day in and day out. And, Tyler kind of briefly moved past something. I want to bring this up because it's a very important thing. Find your voice. Finding your voice is very important in this industry. When we first got started, I struggled with that. I talked a little bit about this again the other day on our show, about being Porky Pig, that's all, folks. That's all I could get out when we first started with this stuff. I couldn't talk on camera, So it took a little while. I had to do the dancing around and the pointing at word bubbles and things like that. But the sooner that you can get in there and really find your voice and start talking to people, that whole like, know, and trust thing is going to happen a lot quicker for you. And people are really going to start resonating with you when you use your voice and when you start talking with people. All right. So if you're a beginner, or maybe you've been at this for a while and you really haven't found your voice in your content, that's your homework. That's what you need to start working on. Start trying to figure out how you can do some videos with your voice in them, because it is so powerful for you to use your voice and actually talk to your audience rather than just sit around and point at word bubbles. Okay. So again, if you can do that and then you can tell your story, man, the sky's the limit. You are on your road to success. And again, being consistent is number one key. If you do not stay consistent, you won't see any success at all. And, we get a lot of people that come through, and I know you guys have seen this as well, and our students that we talk with. Yeah, I've posted every day for the last couple of weeks, and we'll go check on an account, and they posted once on Monday, and then 2 or 3 times on Thursday, and then the next week comes around, they posted once on Saturday and something like that. You really have to be consistent. And a lot of times when people do that and they post for 2 weeks and they're inconsistent, then that's when they go, well, shoot, this doesn't work. I haven't seen anything. Well, you haven't been consistent enough to actually get the results that you're looking for. Am I right?
Exactly. Oh, 100%. I mean, I've taken breaks in my content, guys, and I'll tell you, every time I take a 2-day break or something like that, I basically gotta restart the engine. I gotta restart the momentum. I gotta start creating content. I gotta pump out a little bit of extra content just to make up for the time that I lost. And my audience isn't as engaged anymore. And really, you do have to stay consistent. That is the name of the game. And someone asked a question here and said, all content business related, question mark. And I mean, you're probably going to get a different answer from each one of us, but I mean, yeah, like your content should fit within your niche. Now, that's not to say that you always have to be talking and selling, but like when Nathan and I were on the boat fishing, like, is fishing related to the make money online niche? No, not really, but I can relate it to the make money online niche because people want to have that time freedom. People want to be able to go out and enjoy time with their family. They want to be able to do more of what they want to do on a regular basis versus having to work all the time and asking for vacation days and not getting vacation days because the boss is like, oh, hey, well, we're too busy right now. We can't give you a vacation day or whatever, right? So yeah, it is business related because I'm relating it back to my niche. So, but everything that you do on a daily basis can be flipped around and turned around to be fit within your niche, whatever that niche is. Most of you on here are probably looking at the make money online space. So live your lives, absolutely, and film the content that you have. Like whether you're outside mowing the lawn, whether you're outside washing the car, whether you're taking the kids to school, whatever it is, you can always relate that back to your niche. I mean, I see Megan and Ryan doing it all the time. They're driving the kids to school and doing stuff, and Ryan's in the car or whatever, and we'll make a quick little video about time freedom, or, you know, hey, are you stuck going here, there, and everywhere, and you feel like you're getting dragged in multiple directions, blah blah blah, you know, you can always relate it back to your niche, and that's super important.
I want to step in here and say, you know, a couple things about that too. And thanks, Daniel, by the way, for that comment. Yes, the queen is here. I love this topic because whenever you're first starting out, it's so hard to come up with content and figuring out how to relate it and things like that. And Tyler, you're absolutely correct. Everything that you just said, it relates back to hitting people's pain points. You don't have to have made $1, $10,000, $100,000, whatever, to provide value to these people. You've got to hit the pain points, right? And showing a freaking picture of your dog or your cat, cute as they may be, in every post is not going to hit that. That people are not going to take you as an authority in the space that you're trying to promote if you're constantly, oh, well, here's a picture of my dog, or here. And I'm not saying that's not okay to do that every once in a while, but on a lot of people's contents, I'm seeing that that's all that they do. And it's because they themselves are afraid to be in front of that camera. Okay, so that's going to take practice. I'm not saying not do it all the time, but I'm saying you have to establish yourself as an authority in whatever space that you're wanting to promote. If you're wanting to do the MMO, make money online niche, you don't want to be, you know, oh, well, I got to hang out with my, you guys get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But make it, if you're going to do that, make it, like Tyler was saying, make it relatable to what you're doing. Yeah, I've got time to take my dogs out for 3 walks a day now.
Right.
Makes sense?
Right. And that was something I had to learn whenever we started doing the, you know, really the Facebook, you know, marketing on Facebook. You know, everybody uses a Facebook account to tell everybody what they had for breakfast and lunch and dinner and when they went to the bathroom and all these other silly things that we, you know, use social media for in the personal sense. Well, when you're trying to use this for business, you know, it's all about being business related. Okay. So the personal post of, hey, I helped, you know, my niece move today, or whatever else that you would normally post on Facebook, you know, people that you're trying to get as leads, you know, to purchase whatever it is product that you're promoting, they're not interested in that. And like Megan said, you have to set yourself up as an authority in that space. So, you know, less of the personal things, unless you can take that personal thing and turn it into why your solution, why your product is going to help somebody. Okay. That is really the only reason we want to do that. We don't want to see, you know, a business post about, hey, you know, this product is awesome. And then the next post is, all right, here's what I had for lunch. And there's nothing, you know, related to your business with that. So,
and then I'm going to add one more thing, and then I'm going to hang out here and let you guys do your thing, because you're doing awesome. What I've run into is people are tagging me in those posts. Like, oh, look how big our kids have gotten, or blah, 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 or things like that. And that's okay. But there's a setting in Facebook to allow you to review those posts and then accept them to your timeline, or if you just want to still be tagged in their timeline. Personally, I've chose to just be tagged in their timeline, not mine, because I really do want more business on my profile. Okay. So it's not to hurt anybody's feelings or anything like that. It's not that. But again, if you're going to use social media for business, that's what it needs to be used for. A little bit of hard truth and hard love there, but that's
it's absolutely true.
It's true.
You know? And there was a video I shared in I think it was our Facebook group. I shared a video in there of, I can't remember. I think it was can't remember who it was that who said it, but Facebook is literally, it's a business platform. Like, if you're not here using Facebook as a business platform, you're using it for the wrong reasons, right? Like, It's no longer your social media where you share your friends and families. It used to be that. That's what Facebook used to be. But Facebook now, it's a business platform, period, hands down. It's almost like the new LinkedIn, right? If you think about it, right? Facebook is a business platform. I turned my business, it used to be family, political crap, freaking all that stuff on my Facebook. I turned it straight business because I'm here for business, right? I'm not on social media to show everybody my cute dog, like
Right.
like Megan said,
Yeah.
right? Like, I got a cute dog. He's a cute wiener dog, right? But people don't give a shit about that. They want to see and help and get results, right?
Right.
They're online. They're coming in the Make Money Online space to learn about the Make Money Online, right? They're here to learn, right? Not look at pretty pictures, look at those pictures, right? Now that's just going to be a distraction for them, right? So that's why, like Ryan says, like Megan says, we don't post that stuff because it's just another distraction for people for where we're trying to get their mindset into the right space that you guys need to focus, right? Because if you ask any one of us that's been here and in the past 6 months, focus is freaking key in this business. Huge. It's a big one, right? I wasn't focused my first 6 months of this business. I was all over the place, scattered, promoting this and that and every which program I could promote, right? When I got focused and down to 3 freaking products, that's when my business took off. Megan and Ryan, they know the same thing. Same with Tyler, right? We all tried promoting way too many things, and then when we geared down and focused on our focus, that's when our businesses actually exploded, right? That's when we actually started seeing results, right? And that's why we keep trying to show our students and tell our students, like, yes, there's a lot of shiny objects out there, but focus on your focus, man. If you can't get one thing working first, how do you expect to get 2, 3, 4, or 5 things working, right?
Exactly.
The only shiny object I want are the ones back there and behind Nathan and behind Tyler. Those are the only shiny objects I want.
There you go. I got a question for all you guys out there watching this live right now. How many of you out there have created 20, 30 pieces of content and you're not getting the views, you're not getting the engagement that you want, and you've been filming in the same spot in your house? Maybe you're filming from your desk, maybe you're filming from your car, maybe you're filming in the same corner of your house. How many people out there are actually doing that? Because I see a lot of our students doing that kind of thing. And here's what you have to remember. When and we all went through this phase, and everybody here is going to go through that phase as well. When you are creating content, you need to be testing and trying new things out, because you don't know what works until you know what works. And whatever works for Nathan, whatever works for Ryan, whatever works for me, doesn't necessarily work for the other. We all have our little piece that we've tested and tried. I know Ryan, like, he films a lot of content in his office and stuff like that, but some of his best videos are literally him in his car, driving to and from school, doing quick little videos like that. They always seem to pop off for him, and that's something that works for him. But when I do it, it doesn't work for me. But what works for me is being outdoors, being on my boat, doing this, that, and the other thing, right? For Nathan, it's extreme high energy in the videos, doing lifestyle stuff like that, right? That really works for him. So when you guys are starting to create content, don't just stay in the same spot and just keep creating the same content that may or may not be working, and probably isn't working because you haven't tested out enough things. You need to get out. Think outside the box. You need to get out of your comfort zone a little bit, and you need to talk in a few videos. You need to do a couple of point and shoot videos. You need to do a couple videos outside, a couple videos in your car, a couple videos in your living room, a couple videos in whatever room or wherever you are, right? Until you test things, you're never going to know what is actually going to work for you in your content and what your audience wants to see from you. And once you have a video that pops off to, 5K, 10K, 20K views, and you get a whole bunch of engagement on it, and you start seeing a bunch of leads coming in, and you're starting to collect, 10, 15, 20 email leads in a day, then all of a sudden you're like, dang, okay, I need to go back and dissect that video and see what it was about that video that was really working, right? And that's when you're going to start to realize, okay, yeah, I can't just sit in one room. I can't just be in one spot and do the same thing over and over and over. You got to switch it up and you got to test.
Yeah, and I want to touch on a couple of those things, and I've actually got a little bit of a story to tell about, settings and backgrounds. But before I do that, Nathan really quickly talked about students' results. And again, I want to throw out major props to one of our students who just really joined our program a couple of weeks ago. And this past weekend, she reached out to me and let me know that she has put her 2 weeks in for her 9 to 5. So again, one of our students absolutely crushing it again and able to walk away from a 9 to 5. It's absolutely awesome to have that. And we're actually going to have her on an interview here coming up in the next few days. So that's awesome. So again, student results for the Wealth Warriors. What can I say? But I want to go back to what we're talking about here and mixing it up with your environment and in your background. You know, when I first started, I saw all these people that had these cool like backgrounds and settings and stuff like that. And they had these lights that change, you know, like what you see here with some of us. Tyler's got his, I've got mine, you know, and I thought, man, this is so cool. I want to be like that. You know, all I had was a brown couch and a white wall behind me. And I thought, you know, who in the world's going to, you know, watch me and listen to what I've got to say with this janky background that I've got, you know? And I put too much worry into getting that set up, you know, that real nice setup that everybody had. And I worked really hard to get there. And I did, you know, we've got our studio here now. And, you know, I was in here and I was just positioning the light, oh, wait a minute, yeah, that's it. That's right where I need that light at, you know, and I focus so much on those little details to get this thing going. And then the first time I started doing my videos, I'm like, all right, this is awesome. And I started putting the content out there and I'm like, wait a minute, I'm not getting the engagement. I'm not getting the views that I once had. What in the world happened? Why is it, you know, I've got this awesome setup. I got this cool lighting. I got these awards behind me. And I'm like, I should be crushing it here. What I come to find out was when I was on that brown couch and that white background, that normal stuff, I was more relatable to people. You know, when you get to a certain point and you have a bunch of fancy stuff behind you and you have that quote unquote studio look, you become unattainable and unreachable, you know, for the beginner. So kind of take that into consideration for those of you, because I know there's a bunch of you out there that are like waiting on, oh man, whenever I start doing well, I'm going to get this, I'm going to get that. Just pump the brakes a little bit and be cautious of that. Just be you. You know, there's a couple of comments here, you know, that I kind of want to go over, you know, with mixing it up and just being you. People want to see you in your natural settings. And it goes back to you telling that story and providing your lifestyle and what you're doing and being natural. And it's back to that document, don't create, right? And I promise you, I've seen the differences in those results. And I got to throw this comment up here because I know Megan, she did it from the couch over there. And I want to put this one up here because I know this is a big one for her, is for the love, back away from the camera. We see so many, you know, I tell you what, whenever I'm scrolling through TikTok or Reels or anything like that, and then I get a video that pops up and it is all face of somebody, it's like, boom, I can't do it. You know, I scroll on. So, you know, back away from the camera a little bit. Different settings, you know, changing up that background or just moving around sometimes. You know, I always tell students when they first get started, get yourself a tripod because it is nice to be able to have that. But that doesn't mean that you have to sit in front of that tripod, you know, and do a 30-second video right there. Do a 5-second clip and then change positions, change where that tripod's at, you know, do another 5 seconds, you know, and do things like that. It's kind of that pattern interrupt for people. So again, you know, these are just some things that you might want to think about when you're creating that content or you're documenting, you know, your lifestyles and stuff like that.
Having a tough time jumping out of the comfort zone of filming out in public, tips on getting over that. I mean, I think Nathan is probably, I mean, just do it. Like,
I'm gonna straight up be honest with you. Everybody hates this, but I started my first 4 months on TikTok with no teeth in my mouth. Literally, February 4th, I got all my teeth ripped out, and 4 months into my business, I was literally toothless. My first 4 months of my business. Do you think I cared what people thought? Did I have haters saying, oh, yeah, you're making money online, but you can't afford teeth? Yeah, they obviously don't know a freaking denture process. You know how much fucking dentures cost? Guys, people don't care what you look like. They don't care if there's a zit on your face. They don't care if your hair is all messed up. They don't care what you're wearing, right? They care about your freaking message. They care if you're going to be there for them every freaking day. They care about your message. They care about learning, right? They're here to learn from you. They're here to get your knowledge, right? They don't give a shit about what's in the background, what you freaking look like. Don't care about the public. The people out in public, you're gonna see them for 10 seconds. They might think something of you, but do you honestly think you're gonna see them ever again? No. Probably not, right? So you gotta think like my wife. I'm gonna straight up be honest. My wife hates it when I do it out in public, right? She's just like, oh god, fuck, right? She's a big supporter. I love her, right? But like, she's just like, oh, here goes another TikTok. I said, well, hey man, I don't give a shit, right? It's just me, boom, right? That person that's looking at me saying, what the fuck is this guy doing? I'm never gonna see that person again. Do I really care what they think about me? Not at all, right? That's the thing. You guys gotta stop caring what other people think, right? Literally. What matters is your message. What matters is you showing up for your audience every single day, right? That's what freaking matters, right? Building your business, that's what matters. You got to think about this, guys. Show your audience what you got. Like me, Tyler, Daniel, freaking all of us coaches here, you guys see us doing exactly what we teach. Literally.
Yep.
We don't tell you to do this and that, and we're not doing it. What we show you guys works, right? That's the big difference. We don't fill your heads with a bunch of fucking fluff. We show you what works and what works now, right? There's even we got a big training happening here this weekend, right? Through one of our coaches, friggin' Dan Cush, right? He's teaching how to do a Facebook group, right? I'm gonna even be learning from that because I screwed my Facebook group up, right? Then the following week, I'm doing a friggin' Fiverr training, right? A lot of people don't even understand what the possibilities you can have with Fiverr, right? So there's so many different ways you can make money online, guys. There's so many options out there, but what's best for you guys, best for all of us that we've noticed, high ticket affiliate marketing is where it's at, right? You guys want to pay your bills and freaking actually take your business to the next level, stick with high ticket affiliate marketing, because that low end stuff is just not going to pay the bills. If you don't have following, if you don't have the freaking huge following that those low end tickets need, you're not going to make it, right? You're going to make sales here and there, but you're going to struggle, right? That's why you see all of us now promoting only high ticket. You want to know why? It's because we're in that new mindset. We got that mindset now that we want to promote quality. We know what works, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we literally, if we were to promote crap, think about this, guys. If we were to literally promote crap and stuff that didn't work, would we have a name for ourselves? No, we'd have a bad reputation. Wealth Warriors has a really good reputation. Not only that, I got to throw this out there real quick. We just hit 12.4 million views as hashtags of Wealth Warriors. Fucking amazing, right? We've literally jumped and bombarded companies that have been in the industry for years, and the Wealth Warriors hashtag has jumped theirs, right? It's absolutely insane. So thank you, all the supporters out there, everybody who is pushing that Wealth Warriors hashtag. Thank you about that. I love this business, guys. I love this business. I got a little off topic there, but I just wanted to say, like, don't let your looks or a simple zit hold you back from creating a business and a future for yourselves, right? Literally, do not let a zit or your looks or what people think hold you back from creating the future that you want, right? If I held back and didn't create future because I didn't have teeth in my mouth, my business wouldn't have gotten to where it was. People relate it to me because I didn't give a shit what I look like, but I was still passing that knowledge off. I was still there for my audience, and I was still there even though I had no teeth in my mouth. I showed people that this is possible. You can do this. It doesn't matter what you look like. You just need to push that message. Get that point across that this can change people's lives. You guys see it left, right, and center. Tyler, Megan, Ryan, they're both. Megan, she's working. She has a part-time job now, but soon she'll be done with that, right? Ryan, he doesn't work for anybody. I haven't worked for a fucking toxic trucking boss in over a year, right? Tyler quit his job last year, right? Friggin' Daniel, he hasn't had to work for a fucking employer for years, right? You guys, this industry can change your lives, but you gotta put the work in. That's why the Wealth Warriors is here and has that support community for you guys, right?
100%.
Sorry, I went off on a rant, guys.
That's all right. I love
You're
it.
good.
I love it. I mean, I was gonna say, like, high ticket affiliate marketing. I mean, it's crazy to believe, and it's crazy to think that only 2 sales a month is replacing my entire 9-to-5 income, and everything over and above those 2 sales is basically gravy. Like, It's awesome. Like, I only have to make 2 sales in order to cover my 9-to-5 wages from a year and a half ago, which is absolutely amazing. Like, anybody out there that's watching this, you can get 2 sales a month, honestly. Like, and it's like Nathan said, that's why we're here as Wealth Warriors. We are literally helping you. We are coaching you guys weekly. We're getting on live Zoom calls with you guys weekly in groups so that you guys can get your questions answered so that you can be successful and get those sales. But the other thing is that I see a lot of questions here, a lot of common questions like, how do I do this, or how do I get over this, or all these things. Everything that you're feeling right now about creating content or about being an affiliate marketer, all of those things that you're feeling, you can use as content, because guess what? Look at all the people asking the same question. They're all asking, and everybody that you are talking to, all your audience that you're talking to out there, they're struggling with the same feelings of, well, how am I going to be able to create content? I don't look a certain way, or I don't want to, put on makeup, or I don't want to, dress a certain way, or whatever. Like, you don't have to do that. You just have to be the content, be yourself. It doesn't matter if you're toothless. It doesn't matter if you're a big fat dude like me. Anybody can go out there and create content and resonate with people, because you have something to offer. Just the sheer fact that you're willing to get on social media, just the sheer fact that you're willing to go out there and create some content and talk to your audience speaks volumes about who you are and what your message is. And if you can start to become relatable to those people, because all of the things that you have inside you, all of the worry, all of the panic, all of the struggle, all of the questions that you have, there's a million other people out there asking the same questions who are just looking for a little bit of advice on how they can overcome that problem that they have. And once you can figure out how to help somebody overcome a problem and get them to a desired outcome, game over. You made it.
Exactly. And I want to reiterate what Tyler was just talking about. A couple of sales a month can replace somebody's full-time income per month, and he's exactly right. What was that, Nate?
That you don't have to close yourself.
And yeah, exactly. We got a 7-figure sales team that's closing sales for us. We don't even have to close those sales. But it's amazing, because when we first got started in this industry, our goal was just to generate a couple $1,000s a month, just to replace what I had lost in that lost job of mine. And we've found throughout the last couple of years that that's fairly simple to do with this process, with affiliate marketing. High ticket affiliate marketing definitely makes it so much more achievable. It's crazy, because just this last month we actually generated enough income from our high ticket affiliate marketing business that actually was more than what I made in a year at my old 9-to-5. 1 month compared to a year of what it took me at my old 9-to-5. So again, the possibility, it's mind blowing. And I know that a lot of you out there are struggling with that concept, because it's so hard for us to even fathom that this is possible. And I understand that, because when we first got started, I was just looking for that first dollar, just like you guys are. There's a lot of you out there that are just looking for that first dollar. But I promise you, once that first dollar comes and you start to be consistent, you start following, the advice that we're talking about, and the value that we're giving you guys, and the information that we give you guys, you start implementing all this stuff. First, that first dollar comes, and then that second one, and then next thing you know, you got $1,000, and now you got 5,000, 10,000, and it continues to grow. And you'll understand that it's just a matter of doing what we're talking about, being consistent, being yourself, going out there and, creating that video content out in public even, that's something that, it takes a little bit of getting used to. Nate was really good with it right from the beginning, because he just doesn't give a crap. He is him, and he's so real. That's one of the reasons that people absolutely love Nathan, is because he is very genuine. He's a very real person. So are all of our Wealth Warrior coaches. It's absolutely amazing to see this, but you have to look at it this way. And we've talked about this before. Those people around you when you're out in public and maybe giving you those looks or whatever, they're not paying your freaking bills. So what if they're giving you the cross-eyed look or something like that? Again, I just made in 1 month what it used to take me a year to make in income. I could care less what the guy at the grocery store says or looks at me, because I'm sitting there with the phone up and taking a video. I could care less.
They don't got one of these sitting in their fucking office. I really don't give a shit.
Right. And that's just part of the mindset of being successful with this. Yes, there are some hurdles that you have to overcome. Was I always this way? No. Like I said, I used to be Porky Pig. Couldn't frickin' talk in front of a camera. But you know what? It's okay. The more you do it, you get better with it. And that goes back to that consistency. If you can just be consistent with it, I promise you the results are just right around the corner. And the other part of it is you've got to follow people that are successful with this. One of the things that I really wanted to talk about a little bit today is, I've been in DMs a lot here lately with a lot of, our students, a lot of people wanting to come in and join the program and get started with things. And, I hear of all these other people out there that are, that are coaches and that they have their own programs and things like this. And if I can, I want to put out just like a little cautious warning out here, because this is something I think that's very important. Because if you're contemplating joining a mentor or a coaching program, flat out ask them, what have they done? What have they done in this industry that allows them to be a coach and be able to show you how to do something? It goes back to that old adage, those who can't teach. All right. And so there are so many people out here in this industry that are willing to say, okay, well, I learned a few steps. I wasn't successful with it. So you know what? I'm going to start charging people to show them the steps that I learned. Well, if they couldn't make those steps work to be successful on their own, what the hell are they going to show you? So don't be afraid to ask somebody, what have you done in this industry? If you're honestly looking at a coach or a mentor, flat out ask them. Show me, what is it that you have done in this industry? And don't let them fool you with this, I've been in the industry for 20 years. Okay? That don't mean crap. I can tell you that I've been in this industry for 40 years. I'm 42 years old. Prove it. Show what it is that you have done. Show the testimonials. That's one of the things that I absolutely love about, our Wealth Warrior team that we've got here. We have got a ton of people that we have helped, and it's happening day in and day out. And if you want to see what we're doing and what our results are, not just these plaques and these awards and diamond rings and everything else that we all got behind us, we'll show you what our students are doing. That's the powerful message that the Wealth Warriors has. That's why we've hit over 12 million views on #Wealth Warriors, because our students are seeing results. People are actually changing their lives by joining us and doing exactly what we have done. Okay? So don't be afraid to ask somebody, what have you done? Show me. What have you done in this industry?
I literally just asked somebody that on a message.
Yeah, it happens every day. I'm in the DMs and I got plenty of people. Yeah, I'm looking at so-and-so to, I'm looking at maybe being a coach for them. And, I'll do the due diligence. I'll go ahead and go look them up for somebody. And I can't find anything on them. I can't see anything that they've done. Yeah, they've got a real pretty cover photo. That's awesome. Anybody can do that. Anybody with $35 can get that off of Fiverr. But it still doesn't mean that they've done anything in the industry and that they're able to get you the results. Okay? If somebody has 2 or 3 testimonies, that's great. That's wonderful. But you need more than just 2 or 3 testimonies from somebody. I mean, we've got dozens and dozens and dozens of testimonies from students that are successful. We've got video testimonies. We've got screenshots of, conversations that we're having with people. It's in abundance, the amount of results that we're getting for our students. And it's because we honestly care. Again, I go back to, Nathan. He's genuine. He's real. He doesn't give a shit what people think. Okay? And he's going to tell you like it is. If he thinks that you're doing something that you shouldn't be doing, he doesn't have a problem coming out and saying, hey, dumbass, don't do that. It's not working for you. Okay? But that's what you want. That's what you need. You need somebody that's real, that's going to help you get the results that you want. You don't need some figment fairy that's going to tell you and promise you the world, but be gone as soon as you join a program.
Yeah, you want to make sure that the people that you want to mentor with are showing up every day like we do. We come on here, we do lives in our group, we do lives in our profiles, we do lives on TikTok and Instagram and wherever else that we can do it, because we're showing up for you guys every single day. And that's really the most important part, because Ryan and I know big time. We have hired mentors to be there for us that don't fucking show up, and like you can see it right away. Like, and it's something that we maybe didn't realize at the time, or something that we overlooked. But having gone through those experiences, we want to make sure that our students or people that are coming into the program, they don't fall into that trap of people are selling them something that is an empty promise. We as the Wealth Warriors literally are here every single day. We show up for you guys. We're in the DMs. We do weekly live coaching. We're here doing coaching in our regular groups. All this kind of stuff. You guys are here able to ask questions. We show up for you guys, and that's what matters. Like, that is super important. Don't get caught up mentoring under somebody that isn't going to show up for you, because at the end of the day, if they're not going to show up for you, how are you expected to be able to succeed? You literally are looking to somebody for mentorship, for guidance, for a step-by-step process. And if that person isn't going to show up, how is it that you're going to be able to go through the process? You need people that are going to show up. So that's why we're here. That's why we're doing what we're doing. That's why we continue to show up almost every day. I mean, we're trying to go live as much as we possibly can, guys. Obviously, we have businesses to run at the same time, but it is extremely important to us that we show up for you guys, and that's why we're here.
Yep. Indeed. So, guys, we're at about an hour here, and that's what we wanted to keep this one at. So we do appreciate everybody that's been with us. Thank you so much for all the comments. I'm going to let these guys kind of give their last words before we shove off for the day. But, again, thank you so much for everything that you've done, the comments, the hashtag lives, again, if you're watching this on a replay, a hashtag replay. So, you guys kind of give us your final words for today.
Go ahead, Tyler.
Yeah, awesome, guys. I mean, as always, just thank you so much for showing up. Thank you so much for being a part of this live, asking your questions, giving us engagement. I mean, without you guys coming in here and showing us the support, we wouldn't be able to be here. And it's just awesome to have you guys all out here. I see some of our students from the Wealth Warriors that are in here that have had, amazing success and stuff like that. And so we appreciate you guys coming in and showing the love and all that kind of thing. So hopefully you guys have a rockin' Thursday, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Take it away, Nathan.
Yeah, I just want to huge shout out to Kristen. Thank you. Excited for you. She just earned herself her $10,000 award. Just showed up on Tuesday, so I'm pumped for you. Award looks great in your hands. I can't wait to see you with that $50,000 award and then the $100K, because I know you're gonna crush it. Thank you for the support. Thank you all the Wealth Warriors for your support. Thank you everybody else who's not Wealth Warriors, who will be Wealth Warriors soon. Thank you for your support. Guys, we're literally here to help you guys. We don't get paid to do these morning lives. We're literally not getting paid to do this. We're here to help you guys, give you free information, answer your guys' questions, right? When you guys see us live, come in here, ask questions, right? We want to help you, because more than likely there's 5 or 10 or even 20 other people asking the exact same question. Now we can answer that question in front of everybody, right? That's why we do these lives, is because it helps more than just one person at a time, right? So you guys see us on these lives, pop in, say hi, ask your questions. We'd love to have you. We are going to start doing these a lot more, right? So thank you guys for having us in here. Happy freaking Thursday. I hope you all have an amazing week, and let's freaking go.
Yeah, definitely. We bring, as a Wealth Warrior team, we bring not only motivation, we bring you value, we bring you results, and it's absolutely amazing. Again, thank you guys so much for everything that you do. As Nathan said, we are going to be doing this more often. Make sure that you click that, get reminder, get notification for when we go live. And for those of you guys out there that are looking to find that success, maybe you have been in affiliate marketing for, months or even years, or maybe you're just trying to get your due diligence done and you're trying to get started with this and you're looking how to get started, or you want better results than what you have found. Leave us a hashtag Wealth Warriors. We can reach out to you for more information about our program and what we do. And we've got a heck of a bonus package going on right now. I don't want to get into that whole thing, but if you're interested and you need to get started, again, feel free to reach out. Leave us a hashtag Wealth Warriors or a hashtag I want in, and we will reach out to you to get you more information. Again, thank you guys so much for being here. And since my brother Daniel could not be here today, I'm going to leave one last word for you, and that is boom.
Boom.